Alright, before the video starts, I need to make sure that I state this, because I know there's going to be a lot of comments right now. Oh, you don't need to make this video anymore. It's useless. They already released the update preview. Trust me. I know. I didn't see the video yet, but I just saw that it was uploaded, because apparently they did something really messed up that kind of ganked me. Let me explain just real quick. When they said that the video would, the update preview would release on January 23rd, that means I would only have like 1 day to work on this video, and let me tell you, with how my schedule is, I did not have the time. You may notice, like, maybe in the past, maybe I could have done it, but like, recently, I've had to, like, give myself a day, maybe a half, just so I can upload this in the afternoon. And this still has to get uploaded by the time I record this, because I have, like, nothing else, and, like, it's always been, like, a tradition. And let me tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is gonna make me rant for a moment, because, like, if it goes up to the point where, like, they just make it so that, I'm sorry, I'm just so upset. They make it so that basically I'm not even having like a day's worth of like time to just work on this. I swear, I'm either just gonna like not either do these or just like I'm gonna reduce them down to shorts, which I just might do. I feel like shorts would be a little bit more, a little bit more manageable at that point. At least they'd be a little bit more comical and fast paced. I wouldn't have to stress about everything and do things in a glued format. That's what I might do in the future, but let me tell you, it's just upsetting. So please, if you're gonna comment like, oh, well, this whole entire thing, everything that you said is wrong, is useless, can we just keep it at like a bare minimum? Because I know this video is late, and the thing is, I wouldn't even upload it, but the problem is I already put a lot of effort into this video, just because, like, the edits and just like the small little things I added, and I know they're not the most heavily edited things, but the thing that I hate the most is content being thrown to waste, and I don't want that to happen. So let's just assume this in mind. Imagine that you did not see the new update preview for the update. Imagine that you just didn't, which unfortunately you most likely did. If you have that in mind, then feel free to watch this video. And even if you have watched the video, just how about we play a little fun game? Compare what the preview did and what I theorized, and tell me how many things I got right and what I got wrong. Because you know what? Maybe you could turn this into like some sort of a good thing. Something pretty fun. But that gives you an explanation. Now, enjoy the playing video, because I'm still upset. Greetings, entities and guardians, my name is HyperHimes, and the Yakgwa Village content is a very interesting game of catch between Kick-Your-Run OvenBreak and Kick-Your-Run Kingdom. You see, it starts off in OvenBreak's court, where in the first Yakgwa Village update, we were introduced to a bunch of NPCs, the return of Rebel Cookie, and also a brand new cookie by the name of Vagabond Cookie. OvenBreak then throws the ball into Kingdom's court, and they release Rebel Cookie with no special event. And their skill wasn't even that good until way later on. When the ball was thrown back into OvenBreak's court, they did another update about the Yakgwa Village about a year later, turning Oak-chan Cookie from an NPC into a playable character, introducing Gim Cookie, the lazy exorcist. It even goes back to Kingdom's court, they released Oak-chan Cookie, which I think this comment perfectly defines what she is in the update, with basically no story other than she just wandered inside of your kingdom, and everyone proceeded to call this one of the worst updates in the game. So now the ball is back in OvenBreak's court, so what are they doing now in the new Yakgwa update? Holy flebs, it's snowing! I know that was a silly little rant for me to start the video off on, but I just wanted to point that out because, if I'm being honest, the concept of the Yakgwa Village is original to OvenBreak as far as I know, so it feels sacred. I know I might get some heat for saying this, but I'm just gonna be blunt with this one. The Yakgwa Village, in terms of respectful updates it's received, is the polar opposite of Yogurka. I'm not afraid to say that. Anywho, I know why you clicked on this video. You came to see me ramble on about Kick-Your-Run OvenBreak's newest update, as they recently released a teaser video for it. And of course, if you're new here, let me go ahead and quickly state what we do here. First, we go ahead and look at the video while describing it in detail, then we analyze anything important that we can take within the teaser, because it could be of importance later on, and then we try and theorize what we could be getting within the new update itself. Also, let me make sure I get my insurance out of the way, because this is the internet after all. The things I say in these videos, and by these videos, I mean not just this one, but all these videos that I make in general, have a very high likelihood to actually not appear within the Kick-Your-Run OvenBreak update. The main reason why I make these videos is because, well, not only are they fun, but they're also to hype myself up and potentially other people as well who might be interested in the game. Now, the title of the video just says, Thief at Large in Yakgwa Village, New Kick-Your-Run Update Teaser, which, if you know about the lore of Yakgwa Village, it's pretty interesting to say the least, but don't worry, I'll get to that soon. But for now, you better make sure you have your wallets kept in your pockets, because there's now another thief that's among us. The video starts with showing us some golden medallion with some sort of an evil beast face on it, tied with red and green ribboning at the top. A cookie hand then suddenly takes it away from the desk. We then flash to the Yakgwa Village where it's snowing, birds are still somehow out, and it's decorated from top to bottom. Over in one of the food stands, we see an unidentified cookie pop their head out for a short moment before ducking back down into it. Moving over to another food stand, or some sort of a home, the same cookie pops their head out of some, I don't know, colored bags or something, but then they hide back behind them again. It then turns to night as we see the back of the cookie standing in the center of the town as it slowly zooms out, proceeding to snow all around them. The video then ends with the text fading in saying, "Cookie run OvenBreak. Aw, crumbs. Thief at large in Yakgwa Village. Grand reveal on January 23rd, 2200 GMT +9. This teaser is definitely interesting because of how little we know about the only cookie that we see in the video. I mean, come on. We only see a part of their face twice, and we only see a back view of them. That's it. He doesn't even say a line of text that we can go off of. In fact, previous teasers have done that, but we don't get it for this one either. Now, I don't know exactly what this cookie was, but there actually was a user on Twitter who actually made a very good post about, what they could be. And I actually want to show it off here because, I don't want to just steal stuff without giving credit, so here's the post right here. Let's see. From the items in the image, it's probably another East Asian dessert. You can see Rice Krispies and pumpkin seed cookies, but from the hair shape, I think it would be this. This is called that where I live. Translating the word gave me a few interesting things, but it was actually hard to pinpoint which one it could be because I got Maya, Mahjong, and even Moki. I swear, this person on Discord does not shut up. However, the safest definition I could manage to get was if rice crackers are wrapped in malt and rolled with sesame seeds. So for now, I think I'll just call this cookie Malt Seed Cookie. And this cookie is no doubt our thief. The only reason why I say this is because in the teaser, he manages to get behind the front of one of the food areas without permission. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't seem like he would be the type to work there, even doing so practically twice. However, also be sure to note this. Malt Seed is only showing a portion of his face in the midst of the day. However, when does he fully expose himself? In the middle of the night, when everyone should be sleeping so no one will be able to detect them. Another interesting thing is that when you look closely right when we see the back view of Malt Seed Cookie, you may notice that the medallion that they're carrying is actually glowing. This might mean two things. One thought is that this is meant to glow and make things easier to see, kind of like a flashlight. After all, have you ever been out in the middle of the night while it's snowing? It's very hard to see without some sort of a light source. Though I also had another thought. What if it wasn't just some sort of a medallion, but it was actually some sort of a bag that could actually store stolen goods, and the more valuable items that it could collect, it would actually start glowing more. I know, it's very weird to think about, but for now we might just have to wait for more details to come out. Also, note that during the scene in the middle of the night, there happens to appear a lot of posters plastered amongst many houses. Could these be like wanted posters of sorts? I mean, from mimicry to possession, the Yakgwa Village has had to deal with a lot of bad things, so it's no doubt that theft would become another potential crisis there. However, even with all this being noted, what does this mean for the story? Now, here's the very interesting thing about thievery in regards to the Yakgwa Village. We already have Rubble Cookie. But the thing is, Rubble Cookie's different. He doesn't just steal, but he steals from the rich so he can give back to the poor. So honestly, in regards to the story, this may be one of the only times where Rubble Cookie might meet his own match with another thief. Things like food, personal belongings, and other things manage to slowly disappear within the Yakgwa Village, and people within the village start to consult one another of theft, but no one can really seem to actually catch the thief who manages to steal all of their items. However, they can't really search for clues because it seems that all the theft is done at night, in which case they're usually asleep. However, some of the denizens have managed to see a silhouette of a cookie due to the fact that they are holding some sort of a shining object in the midst of the dark night around them. Realistically, it seems like it would be up to Rubble Cookie, as there's one thing worse than a thief. It's a thief who steals from the less fortunate, and considering how Yakgwa Village has been dealing with things such as possession, and also a whole mimicry of who the actual leader is, this place is very unfortunate. It may not seem like the most eventful story, but other than trying to figure out who's been stealing everything, we also need to figure out why they would steal everything. I mean, is it for a personal reason? Some sort of an act of revenge? Who knows? Now, what would our new cookie even do? And note that I said new cookie and not multiple new cookies. I would definitely believe that there's going to be more than just one playable cookie in the update, but the problem is I can't really tell who else the other cookie would be. I mean, it could entirely be a new cookie, but the reason why I'm hesitant on the details is because, in short, there's a lot of NPCs within the Yakgwa Village, so if there's just a sudden brand new cookie to be added, it'd have to be one of a unique personality, much like how Oakchun Cookie seemed to be the most unique of the NPCs before she became playable. I was considering the other new cookie could be some sort of investigator, but we already have Almond Cookie and Walnut Cookie for that. So my only other guess would be someone like the Oakchun Magistrate, but we really don't know much about him other than the fact that he's basically the main leader of the Yakgwa Village. And right now, I'm gonna have to put this as some sort of a TBA status of sort, because this one's kind of hard to track down. But what about the other cookie we saw, being Malt Seed Cookie? Well, I think his skill would actually be similar to Goblin Cookies, where he'd have to run by 3 different Yakgwa Village shops, and he'd have to steal certain items while the vendor isn't looking. However, he needs to keep hiding until the vendor's occupied, giving them the perfect chance to steal the items and get away with it before extra points. Oh, and also for the Magic Candy, it causes one of the Yakgwa Village shops to hold even more valuable items for points. Better for stealing. For the pet, I think it would make the most amount of sense if we went back to the one post that we saw on Twitter and thought it would be one of those salted seed sticks, because honestly, I really don't know what else it could be because this is kind of tricky. But it can most likely scatter seeds occasionally for points, and I know it's not much to really go off of, but I swear, sometimes these updates are hard to try and figure out what would be best to theorize about. Lastly, for the new treasure, it could have something to do with theft or the Yakgwa Village once again. And going off of really nothing here, because the update is quite the sneaky one, I think it would be some sort of medallion, which is very similar to the one that Malt Seed Cookie has, which it would occasionally shine bright, and it would actually cause hidden jellies to suddenly appear and spawn in front of you, which you can get for a good amount of points. Since the Yakgwa Village is back, we should hopefully be seeing some new Yakgwa-related costumes. Of course, we all know that Malt Seed and potentially another new cookie, if there happens to be one, will be receiving new epic and or super epic costumes since it's been happening throughout every update at this point, trust me. Immediately, I'm thinking about the playable cookies from the Yakgwa Village, so Vagabond Cookie, Rebel Cookie, Oakchun Cookie, and Gim Cookie would basically be receiving costumes as it would fit the Yakgwa theme. However, I would also expect cookies like Rogue Fort and Chili Pepper to also get costumes because this update seems to have a theme of thievery as well. Though also, just for one more of a bit of a bonus, I think it'd be pretty sweet to see Moon Rabbit also try and get a costume because, you know, the Yakgwa Village is filled with rice cakes. Who wouldn't want that? Finally, we're going to be talking about what we might be seeing within the new update in regards to things such as events and stuff. Obviously, we're going to be seeing the new story event as it has been for the past year, which might be better than the first Yakgwa Village event depending on how you look at it, but you'll just have to do the same thing where you run in multiple levels, complete missions, which involve meeting cookies or doing specific things, and then reach the end of the 5 stages where you can unlock all the cutscenes. And after that, you reach hard mode. Though, to get the buffs in hard mode, I'm pretty sure this time you're going to have to choose different crops within the Yakgwa season for different buffs. Even though we've gotten this event not too long ago, I wouldn't be surprised if we had the whole wish event come back where we had to gift other cookies wishes. I know it happened in the Dreamweaver update, but now just give it another Yakgwa coat of paint and you'll be fine. Also, considering how the Yakgwa Village usually has to do with a lot of food, that makes me really hope that the big old lunchbox event comes back where you just have to fill up a box and fill it with food, and depending on how much you fill up the box, you get rewards for it. New daily gifts are going to be given out. There's going to be a new jelly set available for purchase, $10 pet costume, and there's also going to be a new coupon code revealed for rainbow cubes at the end of the update reveal video. Now, it's common that at the end of all of these videos, I need to make sure that I state this. Be sure to complete any event within the current update before the new update arrives. When it comes, they're gone for good. But what do you all think? Are you all excited for the new Yakgwa season coming, or are you just going to think like, I'll just skip this update? Because I'm actually pretty excited because these updates tend to hit pretty good. But be sure to tell me down in the comments below, and also tell me in the comments if you think that any of the things that I said could be correct, or that this video sucks. Yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway, with that being said, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my cookie run content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you'll see links to all of my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Cookie Run YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the HyperHimes Hub, a link to my merchandise, you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi, where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the hype knees.